You just heard Flow Rida's My House. We're going to get back to some more music later on. Got a lot of pop music going on 96.1 Pop FM. Yes, that is Pop FM. Call in if you want to suggest a song. And we're going to go to commercial break soon, so tune it in. First one, let's just give you a bit of notice. Right near in Atlantic City is a beautiful day, 57 degrees. We are right now getting ready for Thanksgiving, which is only in a few days, so we are very excited for that. Please stay back soon as we are going to commercial break. This Black Friday, come down to Best Buy and get your new Xbox One, now coming with...
The following message is transmitted at the request of the New Jersey State Police. At 1:08 p.m., four suspicious men were seen entering an Amtrak in the Trenton station. 5 minutes later, the men took everyone in the train hostage. The men were carrying semi-automatic guns and hand grenades. They demanded that the driver go to the Jersey Avenue station, near New Brunswick, or they would kill the hostages. There they took one man on the train with them. They were last seen at 2:30 in a 2013 Dodge Durango, with a unknown license plate. Heading east on Burnett Street towards the New Jersey Turnpike or Route 985, the man being taken hostage is believed to be a white male who weighs 250 pounds, is 6 feet tall, and is 37 years of age and wearing a business suit with a suitcase. If you see these men, please call 911. This is WMIC TV. We will continue to serve the Atlantic City area. If you are not in this area, please tune to your area.
Civil danger for the city of Albany. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Albany Police Department. A hostage situation is occurring at Albany International Airport. At 4 o'clock, a flight from Cleveland, Ohio arrived at Albany Airport. There were 2 men on the flight who were from Africa, who were on the flight wearing black masks on the flights. When they arrived 30 minutes later, they went outside the gate of Flight 643 arriving from Washington, D.C. Reagan Airport to Albany Airport. There they immediately started shooting at people in the airport, causing chaos and civil unrest. Right now there are 5 fatalities as well as 11 injuries. Police are coming to the scene to stop the terrorists. However, right now the hostage situation is at large.
Precautions are being taken. No one is allowed in Albany International Airport, and all flights arriving will be sent to Syracuse International Airport or other regional airports. All departures are canceled. Businesses and people in a 1-mile radius will be evacuated from the airport. If you are nearby, be careful. Highway Route 87 between State Road 155 and 7 will be closed for now. It is unknown if this is related to the incident 2 hours earlier in New Jersey Amtrak. Stay tuned as details become available. This is the emergency alert system. The mayor of Albany has activated the emergency alert system to inform the public. We will continue to serve the Albany area. If you're not in this area, please tune in to news covering your area. The emergency alert system has been activated. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Albany Police Department and the New York State Police. This is a law enforcement warning. Here is an update to the situation at Albany International Airport. At 4:43 p.m., 7 more hostages were killed along with 1 injury. Police soon arrived to the scene. When they arrived at the main terminal, the men quickly left bringing along 1 hostage with them, and they both left the airport and went to the runway. There they shot a police officer on the runway and stole his car. After that they fled the scene. Police are looking for a police car with the license plate TF5432 New York license plate. The 2 men were last seen heading south of the tarmac, and they are heading towards southbound Route 87. Police are asking all motorists on Interstate 87 from Albany Shaker Road to Delaware Avenue to pull over so the police can handle the situation. If you see a police car attempt to approach your vehicle without a siren on it, it is most likely the suspects. Do not attempt to stop these men, as they're armed and dangerous. This is the emergency alert system. We will continue to serve the Albany area.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the Norfolk Police Department and the Virginia State Police. This is a local area emergency. At 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, an armed man with assault weapons entered the Sheraton Norfolk Waterside Hotel. He started firing and took all people in the lobby hostage. He demanded that he enter room 224 with a safe passage, or he would shoot all the hostages. He was let free inside the room, where he soon came down with a hostage. The suspect put the hostage in his car and is attempting to escape the police. The suspect is now driving through downtown Norfolk. Police are requesting all citizens in the cities Norfolk and Portsmouth to get indoors and lock all doors and windows, and turn off any heating and ventilation systems. The suspect cannot be identified, however he is 5 foot 11 inches, 183 pounds, and is of Hispanic descent. He was last seen wearing a white shirt, blue jeans, and black dress shoes. The hostage is a white male, in the age range of 50, and was last seen wearing a business suit. The suspect seems to be driving a black 2015 Hyundai Elantra, with a Georgia license plate. Do not approach this man, as he is armed and dangerous. This station has interrupted normal programming at the request of the Virginia State Police and the Norfolk Police Department to participate in the emergency alert system. This is KV Channel 5, and we will continue to serve the Norfolk area.
The emergency alert system has been activated. Please tune to Channel 5 for more information.
The following message is at the request of the Governor of New York and the New York State Police Department, and the New York Highway Patrol. This is a civil danger warning for the counties of Albany, Greene, Ulster, Dutchess, and Putnam. Here is an update to the suspects that originated from Albany Airport. The police were successful killing one of the suspect on the roadblock on Delaware Avenue, however the other suspect was able to escape and is still at large. He was last seen at a Sunoco on Main Street of Interstate 87, where he mixed flamed matches with gasoline, causing an explosion. The explosion killed everyone in a quarter-mile radius and caused a fire that is affecting a nearby Home Depot. He later attempted to run over pedestrians, and is now back on Interstate 87 south, towards New York. He is now firing at any motorists he sees, and the State Highway Patrol has noticed some vehicles going northbound Interstate 87 that have crashed, with dead drivers inside. The police has been able to detect the suspect as 32-year-old Mutali Ogunwe. He is 6 feet, 190 pounds, with black skin, and is completely bald. He was last seen wearing a mask with a jacket and Adidas pants. Mutali moved to Cleveland, Ohio in 2011, who is from Zimbabwe, and has no criminal record in the United States. He is still in a stolen police car. Police are asking all citizens in the mentioned counties to stay indoors, and to lock all doors and windows. Interstate 87 is closed between Albany to Interstate 84 in Newburgh. No vehicles are allowed in that section, and that police will be setting up a roadblock every 10 miles in between Albany to Newburgh. If you are stuck on Interstate 87 between the closed section, get off the road immediately. If not possible, pull over, and lock your doors. Do not attempt to stop this man, as if you do, you risk death. If he approaches you, stay calm and follow his order, or run away. It is unknown if the hostage is still in the vehicle. The station has interrupted normal broadcasting at the request of the governor's office to participate in the emergency alert system to inform the public. This is the emergency alert system. Stay tuned for more updates.
Oh, we are back here at 96.1 FM, serving the best pop music for the Atlantic City area. Now, I know we are a pop station, but we have to go over some stuff. So, first of all, in New Jersey, we had a group of Italian people that actually came into a Amtrak near Newark. What happened was there were a bunch of people on the train. They took them all hostage, and they took out one of the hostages, came out with them. Now, most of us through yesterday around midday, you were interrupted by the EAS, and it was a message saying that they were in a Dodge Durango. Police have been unable to find them. However, yesterday at around 9:40 p.m., there was a disturbance in the city of Wilmington, Delaware, on Oxford Way, of a house invasion, and when the police arrived there, they saw the Dodge Durango not far away, and when they entered the house, everyone in the house was murdered, and that is what happened. And police were unsuccessful in getting the Dodge Durango, so they are still at large, and hopefully they do not come inside the Atlantic City area. But citizens that are around them, make sure to report the police. Now, this isn't the only one that's going on right now. We have one in New York City of a person named Mutali Ogunwe. Now, there was a hostage scenario going on in New York where there was a shooting going around at the airport. However, the suspect was able to escape, got into the tarmac, got into a car, a police car in fact, went down Interstate 87. There was 2 people working with him. One of them is dead. However, Mutali, we all know, flamed up an entire Sunoco. The Sunoco blew up somewhere in New York State. And there was a civil danger for Route 87, which was completely closed. There was absolutely 0 cars on the road. Mutali somehow is not dead. He is still at large. He was able to run through one of the roadblocks on the next one. He threw a match, and the entire roadblock completely exploded, leaving 7 officers completely dead. And he is still at large. The New York City Police Department is saying be on the lookout for Mutali Ogunwe, as it is very possible that he can be in that city. Alright, and I also would like to give my prayers to all the people that are dead in the Albany shooting. Now, finally, Norfolk, Virginia. We know there was someone in a hotel who took a person hostage and left. The police were unable to find him. However, at around 8:39 p.m. last night, they found him on Roger Clark Boulevard in Ruther Glen, Virginia, outside of McDonald's. What the man who has now been released to the public as Luis Tolbert has shot 2 of the police officers and was then found going northbound on Roger Clark Boulevard. What police are doing this morning is they are putting a roadblock and putting plenty of checkpoints. And some lanes of Interstate 95 north and south around the Norfolk Richmond area will be closed, and citizens are reminded to take other alternative routes, such as Route 1. Now, he is not known where these suspects are going, and we don't know much, and I can't, confirm if this is related or not, but I'm pretty sure I can tell you that this is definitely something that is relatable. All these people are probably related, and we don't know what's going to happen here. We don't know if there's some relation. They're probably in some terrorism group, but again, I cannot confirm that for you. What I'm just going to say is stay safe, people. If you are living in the central East Coast, if you see these men, and a lot of them have been reported in the media, you can watch other news reports. It's all over the news. Please report the police and do not approach the suspects, as they are very dangerous. It is right now 6:45 a.m. on the eastern coast, and we will get back to providing you pop music, but please stand by for a commercial break. This is 96.1, signing off.
Message is transmitted at the request of the Pentagon, the Arlington County Police Department, and the Virginia State Police. This is a law enforcement warning. At 100 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 cars pulled into the outside of the Pentagon building. They turned out to all be 12 suspicious men with heavy firearms. One of the suspects was Mutila Gunwi, the suspect from Albany Airport, who was holding a hostage. Another suspect was Louise Colbert, the suspect from Norfolk, Virginia, who is holding a hostage, and 4 men who had 2 hostages, who were driving from a Dodge Durango. They have been confirmed as the men who took a train in Trenton, New Jersey hostage. They are also working with other men and have gotten to the main breach of the building, and are firing at anyone they see. Police and the military were unsuccessful in stopping them during a shootout, and the suspects are still at large. At this time, no one will be allowed inside the Pentagon building. Virginia State Route 110 between South Washington Boulevard and Reagan National Airport is closed, and the 14th bridge of Interstate 395 has also been closed. Police advise anyone in a 2-mile radius of the Pentagon to seek shelter. Civil authorities and groups of the United States Defense will handle this situation. Please stay tuned for all further updates on this situation. The civil authorities have interrupted programming to participate in the emergency alert system. This is WTTG Channel 5, and we will continue to serve the Washington area. If you're not in this area, please tune to a station covering news for your area. The emergency alert system has been activated. We interrupt our programming. This is a national emergency. Important instructions will follow. This is an emergency action notification. All cable and broadcast systems will transmit this emergency action notification message. This station has interrupted its programming at the request of the White House to participate in the emergency alert system. During this emergency, most stations will remain on the air, providing news and information to their assigned areas. This is WTTG Channel 5. We will continue to serve the Washington area. If you are not in this local area, tune now to a station providing news and information for your area. You are listening to the emergency alert system serving the Washington area.
Do not use the telephone. The telephone lines should be kept open for emergency use. The emergency alert system has been activated. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States government and the Federal Emergency Management Agency. At 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the 12 men took their hostages to the Nuclear Control Center. It has been confirmed that the hostages are working for the Pentagon and know the launch codes for the nuclear missiles. They are using them to launch nuclear missiles and have locked and secured the doors from entering the control center. It is unknown where the missiles will impact and how many will be launched. Special teams of the United States have been called in to enter the room. However, for now all residents of the United States are asked to seek a fallout shelter now. Fallout is a product of nuclear bombs, and prolonged exposure to fallout can kill. If you do not have a designated fallout shelter, go to the lowest part of your home and put as many objects between you and the outside as possible. Make sure to bring food, water, clothing, and a battery-powered radio for your stay in the shelter. If you are out on the road, pull over to the nearest designated shelter. Do not use elevators, and do not call 911 unless you have a life-threatening emergency. The President will be speaking on this situation shortly. Stand by for this message. This is an emergency action notification. All cable and broadcast systems will transmit this emergency action notification message. This station has interrupted its programming at the request of the White House to participate in the emergency alert system. During this emergency, most stations will remain on the air, providing news and information to their assigned areas. This is WTTG Channel 5. We will continue to serve the Washington area. If you are not in this local area, this is a special bulletin from the United States government. This is an emergency action termination. All clear. The threat to this country is over. At 1:37 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the CIA and the FBI were able to hack into the Pentagon Control Center and stop the 11 missiles that were being launched in certain United States locations. Moments later, a special operations team of the United States successfully breached the control room and killed 7 of the 12 suspects. The other 5, including Mutale Ogunwe, have surrendered and will be taken to an undisclosed location for questioning. 3 of the 4 hostages are all right and have been released, except for one who was murdered by the men. For all United States residents, it has been deemed safe to leave your fallout shelter, as no nuclear missile poses a threat. The President of the United States will give a speech about the events from the last 24 hours at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Stand by for this message. This is an emergency action termination. The emergency action notification issued at 1:32 p.m. is no longer in effect. This concludes operations under the emergency alert system. All cable system and broadcast stations may resume normal programming. This concludes operations under the emergency alert system. All cable system and broadcast stations may resume normal programming.